All right. So Shalom. First and foremost, we need to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rafak Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles, Great Millstone, and you sincere brothers out there pushing out this word and truth and sincerity. Putting presenting yourselves as a living sacrifice out there on the highways and byways. And we're just gonna go in and open forum, but we're gonna begin with prophecy. All right, and prophecy is to say something before it happens. Okay. Matter of fact, somebody get that word prophecy in the new Old Testament, go into the blue letter. Get it in there, see what that word means. So we begin on this adventure here. Anybody?
Yeah.
My God is searching for it on this side.
I got it right here.
You got it?
This is the word prophecy. And in the Hebrew, it's nabawa'an, nabawa, and it says prophecy, prophetic writing, a prediction, spoken or written.
Yep. So something spoken or written beforehand, pre or pro. You know, I mean beforehand. Something that is spoken about, written about before it happens.
Kind of,
That's what prophecy is.
kind of,
What I really wanted was prophecy, though. Go ahead, though.
kind of. When you go into the root word is prophecy.
Okay, beautiful.
And the Hebrew word for prophecy, it's naba'a or naba, and it means to prophesy under influence of divine spirits. It says by to prophesy, speak by inspiration and prediction or simple discourse.
Mm. Yep. So there you go. And we don't really have to explain what prophecy is, or what a prophet does. They say things before they come to pass. They speak about things that happen before they come to pass, whether it be great or whether it be small, whether it be against kingdoms, whether it be against kings. Because there was certain prophets that came to warn the kings. You know what I'm saying? And then there was prophets that would go just warn a random mother and a father. So, but the main focus of prophecy is the things that is happening to the whole world. All right, what's going on in the geopolitical sphere? Okay, the economic foundation of America, because that's really the cornerstone, so to say, of America, of the world, or the beast system. Um, the things that are going to pertain leading up to the mark of the beast. Okay, that's what brothers should be worried about. That's what brothers should be looking into, not looking into you know you know things that don't pertain to prophecy. Really, if it's not about prophecy, there's things that need to be said and be spoken about to for the body to grow and whatnot. But the main thing is about warning the people. All right, the main thing is about warning the people. What people are we talking about? First and foremost, the elect. All right, and the rest of the nation of Israel. All right, that's what the Lord said up. The Lord said He set up watchmen for the house of Israel, not for you can do what you want or you can warn who you want. No, the scriptures say eat the whole roll. The whole roll deals with a lot of things, man. All right, but specifically today we're gonna deal with prophecy, man.
And real quick, brother, on something that you spoke of just a second ago, you said that we should be pertaining to what's going on now. This is the book of Second Peter, chapter 3, and I'm gonna start at 11 and read through 12. It says, "Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?" Verse 12, "Looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. But the point being, where it said, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High, and that's what we're supposed to be
Oh,
pertaining.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Uh, well, did that come before the holy conversation
That
or
came after the holy conversation.
after?
Con.
Kind.
The
So
whole
read that again about the holy conversation real quick.
con. This is Second Peter chapter 3, verse 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
Kind. So you know this place is gonna be destroyed. You know the nukes are coming. You know this and that, this, that, and the third. But so what kind of what to say? What kind of holy conversation are you living in?
What manner of person
You,
ought ye to be?
yeah, well, yeah, exactly. And then you go into that word conversation. It means life, conduct or manner of life. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it says manner of life. All right. So what manner of life should you be living? Should you be living all willy nilly, acting like America just got established? Just being married. Get, like the Lord said, like in the days of Noah, being married, be given into marriage. Just being all willy nilly, man. Just living your best life. Is that the manner of life you should be living, or the conduct of life you should be living?
Con.
And this is for those
Behavior.
that are in the fold, those that know about this truth. Because everybody else, you can live whatever life you want. You can go be, whatever, whatever fucking people are doing these days. You can go do that. But for us, knowing these things, that's why I said knowing these things, because the America's gonna be destroyed. All the works is gonna be destroyed. All these things gonna be destroyed. So what manner of life should you be living? Should you be backbiting, murmuring? Should you be just faking the funk? Should you be supplanting, deceitfully? Yeah, because there's a way to supplant righteousness. Like it can. We supplant it for our money back. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But what manner of life should you be living, man? Should you be out, just being a all out demon? The cops being called on you. You got to get escorted back to your house. But then you on the highways and byways that same Saturday, telling people not to do this and not to do that. That's what Peter was talking about, man. Go ahead and keep reading up.
Con. It says, looking for, this is verse 12, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens, being on fire, shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. All right. And that point being looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High, man. So, like the brother was saying, man, we have all these, we have all these things that are happening around us, but what are we supposed to be pertaining on to? Knowing that all these things shall be dissolved, knowing that all this destruction is going to come. What manner of person are we ought to be? Are we supposed to pertain onto the bullshit, or are we supposed to be pertaining onto the coming of the day of the Lord, like the scriptures just said, man, and hastening to the day of the Lord, man? You know, just to make the point on what the brother was speaking about a little bit ago.
Yep, yep, kind. Because hey, there's a lot of things you could be worried about. Whether are you worried about the correct things? Because it ain't no way you're gonna be, just 100 all day, every day. You just watching the news. Your face is planted on the TV. Be realistic with yourself. That's not gonna happen. But there's certain things you got to prioritize, which is a lot of this is prophecy, man. Because we're supposed to be watchmen. We're supposed to be, like a watchman. A watchman is supposed to. He not over there playing tic tac toe. And meanwhile he hears the opposition trampling over the hills. So there's what's the word I'm looking for? Not priority. There's some for every position, so to say. All right, and the watchmen, which are the prophets, they got to be worried about warning the people of the things to come. And if you're not looking, All right, like the brother's gonna bring out here in a minute. If you're not measuring, if you're not looking to see what's going on in the world, then how the hell are you gonna warn the people? You just worried about some bullshit.
Mhm.
Are you worried about the past, or are you worried about what he said, she said? You're worried about all the wrong things except for for the destruction at hand. How the hell is that gonna help anybody? That's not even gonna help you.
Uh,
You know?
because you still caught up in that BS. You still worried about what happened a couple years ago, man. You ain't worried about what's going on in front of you and what's going to happen before you, man. You know. But
Okay. Go
let me
ahead
know
and
when
bring
you're
that.
ready for that.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead and bring that out.
Huh.
Unless some brother got a preset. When we
Yeah.
go,
I mean, I got a couple. It's in the same chapter, but just
can
Huh.
go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
uh, it's First Thessalonians 5 verse 1. I'm gonna start from the top. It says, "But the times and season, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you." All right. Didn't Yahushua get that parable of I forget what tree it was, but it say no one is
The
that
fig tree.
season. Yeah, the
Yeah.
fig tree, the water. No one is that season. That the figs is ripe. You know what I mean? So what season? What season are we in? Going back to Ecclesiastes, the third chapter. All right.
The
The
harvest.
scriptures. Yeah, exactly. The harvest to reap, man. All right. So going back to Ecclesiastes, the third chapter, the scripture tell you, everything is appointed time, man. All right.
Mhm.
And now more than ever, the scriptures say, "Desire spiritual gifts, brethren, but rather that ye may prophesy," man. All right. Because we can't lose focus of the vision or the task that's at hand, man. All right. Say what you need to say, to build brothers up, make it short, make it brief, and man, and focus on the prize, man. The times and the seasons, man. All right, because that's what's more important. Discerning the times. The scriptures say, a prudent man, pretty much discerns the times, but the evil man is taken. It goes over his head and he taken by it, man. You got to discern what times we're living in, man. All right. But it says, "But the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you." Right? That I write unto you. These things was written from men moved by the Holy Spirit. All right. To write these things for us in these times, man. All right. To comfort us. Okay. That's why these things was written to comfort us, man, for these times that's coming to hand. Because all us, us brothers know, man, we meditate on the destruction and Jacob's trouble. But in reality, man, the scripture says it's a time like never before. So we can't even really imagine or even fathom, all right, the multitude, or the caliber that it's going to be on. We have no idea, but we're meditating, man, constantly, all right, and constantly always trying to exhort other brothers, man, to stay in the spirit, warning brothers, watchmen, because that's what we are, man. Watchmen, we the seers, to warn the people of the things that's coming, man. All right, that's our whole duty. Jeremiah 28 and 8, man. The prophets that has been before me and before time have prophesied, man, of great kings, of evils, of wars and rumors of wars, man. We can't lose the job or the job description of a prophet, man.
Yep.
All right.
Hey, and you keep speaking real quick. If your brother want to hold on, Jack. Ezekiel 3:17, Baba Shah. Go ahead up.
Khan, we can't lose the significance of a prophet. Yes, a prophet. The scripture say, "Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet. Show our people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins." All right, we can't disannul that. All right, but at the same time, we got to continue and focus on thing and focus and warn the people things to come, because like the brother went into prophesy to say before, man. All right, to warn Jacob of the trouble, man. That's what's most important, man. You know, and we can't lose focus of that, bro. Brothers, like we all warn each other. What? That's out of love, man. All
Yep.
right, we get on each other. What? To warn you to get right, because why? These things are going to come, and if you're not right, then hey, it's a good chance you may be caught up in it, right? So we
It,
warn each other to correct each other, but then
yeah.
also we warn them other things to come, man. Like
Yep.
other, you know, you
But
know.
that's the thing that's what prophets. prophesying is you warning people of what's gonna come. You're not saying, look, if you don't do this, a piano is gonna drop on your head in 2 seconds. That's not what we're saying. We're warning the people of the things, and that's what prophecy is. Look, you get right or you're gonna die. You might die this way, you might die that way. Who knows? We're not the Most High. We can just warn you of the things.
But
You know,
surely you die. Yeah,
like,
surely you die.
yeah, just like a stop sign or a red light in a four-way intersection. That's a warning to stop. If you don't stop, you taking it upon yourself that you may or may not be hit by the oncoming traffic.
Hey,
Con.
if I may,
Light was there to warn you. Go ahead. Slot.
if I may say, no, you good, brother. You brought the analogy of the stop sign. I got the Ezekiel too, but you brought the analogy of the stop sign. Like, so, if you don't put a stop sign at that street corner or that intersection, you know, people are just gonna start just barreling through that intersection, which is gonna ultimately cause an accident. And if the accident does happen, then you know what can possibly also happen is that the family of the person that died or got injured, or whatever the case is, could sue the city or sue the county. You
Mhm.
know, because what you didn't, that there was no warning there.
Yeah,
So now,
negligence.
right, there was no
Yeah,
warning. But if
yeah,
there was a warning and you still chose to barrel through that stop sign, then the blood is only on your hands. And
yeah,
I can get
yeah.
it for you real quick.
Yeah, yeah, get whatever you got. Go ahead.
It's Ezekiel 3:17.
Okay.
It says, "Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel."
And watchmen, or that's another a synonymous term with prophets or seers. Like seers of Israel, and this is pretty much going to explain it. Go ahead up.
Con. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me. When
Yep.
I
So,
say,
so the warning is from the Lord, meaning the prophecy is from the Lord because He is giving you a warning, the preeminence. All right, telling you before it happens. All right, that's the warning because the Lord ain't gonna come. Because if the Lord was to come down here and tell you, it's already too late. You know. The Lord. If a brother want to grab Amos 3:7, the Lord and I believe it's Jeremiah 6:7 as well. I could be wrong on that one, but yeah, I believe it's Jeremiah 6:7. But the Lord always sends his men to give warnings. Jeremiah 28:8. Everybody knows that one. The prophets were set up to speak against many countries, many kingdoms. You know, so the Lord always send His men to give what warning. A warning. You don't get a warning after the fact has happened, or after you get you don't see the stop sign. You know, 10 miles up the street. You see it before you get to the stops, or they might have a yellow sign with a stop sign inside of it that's warning you, look, there's a stop sign ahead. So that's the same thing the Lord does. He gives you warning before it gets to that point where you're going to get judged or you may be judged. you know the
and
Lord
the Lord,
always has mercy, man. So that, hey, as great as the wrath of the Lord is, as great as His mercy. He gives just as many not mercies, but just as many warnings out. Then so you can't really say that. Oh man, I didn't get no chance. Well, the Lord you littered you with chances, man, to get right. Go ahead, Ariel. You want to say something?
I was gonna say, and how does the Lord give you that warning? He gives it through the mouths of the prophets, all right, the heralds, the seers, all right,
Yeah.
the ones out there that know the scriptures, and they're gonna give you a fair warning, and it's all from the spirit and power of the Lord. Read it on.
Kind of so like your somebody got that Amos 3:7.
Yeah, I got it. I went to Jeremiah 6 as well, but I didn't see.
Is that it or no? Okay, let me
No,
see.
I don't
Yeah,
think
no,
so.
that
But
wasn't it.
I got the
Okay,
Amos. If
that's
you
not
want me
it.
to read it.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, get it.
All right, it's Amos 3 verse 7. Surely the Lord God will do nothing, but He revealeth His secret unto the servants, the prophets.
Kind go ahead and speak real quick. Let me find out what other prophecy. Go ahead.
Surely the Lord God will do nothing, but He revealed His secrets unto the servants, the prophets, man. All right. So once again, that's why we have an order. All right. Because the Lord revealed secrets unto his servants, the prophets, man. The Lord has set up men clearly just to be the mouthpiece of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right, that's where the synonymous scripture we always like to quote, Matthew 10:20. It's not ye that speak, but the Spirit of Father that speaks within you, man. All right. So the Lord is not going to do nothing, but He's going to set up men to reveal the secrets. What Ezra says? Show me the wonders which thou begin to bestow upon the earth, man. Tell me what the prophets always saying. Tell me, man. Tell me these things. What shall be the signs of thy coming? All right. For Jacob is the end of the world, and Esau is the beginning of it. That show of the what? The Lord. Look, the Lord said of the elder apostles. That's how we able to go through Genesis. All right, what is the 22nd chapter, and able to break down Esau and Jacob and know who Esau is, and know the position that Esau will be in the latter times, and know the position that Jacob will be. Genesis the 49th chapter. All right, Esau is the end of the world. What? Those were revealed unto who? The elder apostles, man. All right. And then through the Spirit was revealed unto us. How? Because why? We are able to understand those same parables and those same writings, and able to what? To preach and give that same understanding to men like-minded as us, man. So what? The Lord set those men up so we can understand who Esau, who Jacob is, man. Before you came into the truth, you didn't know who the hell Esau was, man. You didn't know who Jacob was. But what? The Lord revealed that unto his servants, the prophets, starting from the elder apostles on down, so we can know these things and be able to discern these things in the times that we're living in, man. All right? So that's a prime example. You got to understand the beginning to understand why things are taking place now, to understand who's in charge, understand who's running the world. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, man. That man of perdition, all right, the son of perdition shall be revealed. Ultimately, that was Judas Iscariot, but that's twofold. All right, Esau, Edom as well. Who is that man of sin?
Yeah,
Who is that wicked?
Yeah,
Go ahead, Art.
real
Go
quick.
ahead.
Yeah, because that man is saying is specific. I think that Second Thessalonians is specifically talking about Esau, man. The son of perdition, or was it yeah, the son of perdition,
The
which is
one in
that,
the one in Second Thessalonians chapter 2 is
okay, son
Esau.
of perdition, the man of sin, kind. That man of sin is Esau. The son of perdition is Esau. But like brother said, when Yahweh Shai said, that none should be lost, but the son of perdition. So the
Right.
prophet, or so that, and Yahweh Shai said it right there, so that the prophecy could be fulfilled. Or paraphrasing, man. Because Yahweh Shai understood. He had that he knew that, look, things got to be fulfilled, and that's why when he was asking the Lord so much, eventually he understood. He was trying to get the cup to pass from him, but ultimately he understood prophecy has to be fulfilled, and that's what we have to understand, man. That's why you can't too hasty when you hear about these things happening, the wars and the rumors of wars. And Apostle, I believe it was Apostle Gabar. He said that, look, every time you see something going down about World War III, Iran, China, North Korea, always, and you do a video, always make sure you say this in the video, that the mark of the beast has to come before all this comes. Before the nukes start flying, all right, before Iran gets invaded, the mark of the beast, the RFID chip, has to come to pass, and you can see it. And not saying, he didn't say that through the Spirit. He didn't say that to discourage brothers from doing those kind of videos. He just said to simply add this to it. But you have to understand that Esau has an agenda that was given to him, whether he know it or not, by the Yahweh Shema Shai. And now he has an agenda. That's why he's setting up the 5G towers. He's setting up this. He's setting up that. Internet of Things. He's doing this. The chip is everywhere, really, but he has a protocol, so to say, to follow. He has to do certain things before he can do this. All right, it goes all the way back to Albert Pike, man. They got a plan. Esau's not a retard. He is, but he isn't. He's a man of the field. He knows what's going on. Go ahead, Doc.
No, I'm saying the scriptures say thou art wiser than Daniel.
Yep.
Hey, speaking on the what the apostles have said about when we do videos, when you go into that Matthew chapter 24, Yahweh Shai himself said that he said, "Ye shall hear of wars," and this is in that chapter 24,
24.
verse 6. It says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet."
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, and that's that interjection that the elders, the apostles are saying when they say, "Hey, the chip has got to come first." Because the end, just because you hear of all these rumors of wars and you see these little minute wars that are happening, these financial wars that are happening, these economic wars, the end is not yet. There's still prophecy that needs to be fulfilled, man. There's still the microchip still has to be fulfilled, man. All right, this economic collapse still has to come. Okay, the end
Yeah,
is
and
not yet.
if real quick, jump down to that 8th verse.
Come, all right. So verse 8 it says,
Well,
all
actually,
these.
what did you read? What verse did you start at?
I should start at verse 6.
All right, well, just read from 6 to 8 then.
Con. This is Matthew 24 and 6. It says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled.
Mhm.
For all these things must come to pass.
Hey,
But
and real quick, if Baba Kashaf, if a brother can grab that word troubled, be ye not troubled. So go ahead and start from the verse 6 again. Baba
because
Kashaf.
this is the times that we're living in, really.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. We're living in the times of wars and the rumors of wars, all right? That's the times that Yahweh Shai, when he spoke of this is the times that we're living in right now, man. All right. And we see those rumors of wars. We see these little things, these little skirmishes happening around the four corners of the earth. All
And
right.
at this point in time, more than any, you know,
Yep. Exactly. Yep.
Jesus, you mean every time you turn on the TV or your computer, whatever the media source may be, you see something about this and that. Bro, there's not a day that goes by that's something there ain't no way you don't see something about the Middle East or China, the Chinese Sea, Russia. You know, something about what the scriptures is talking about is gonna pop into your news feed somehow, some way. You know. Uh, oh, I don't know what that was. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Keep reading though. Let's.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody got that word.
Yeah, yeah. My colleague got it.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, you got it.
is it gonna play? Slocky.
Strong's G 2360. Thraeo. Thraeo.
All right, it says Thraeo, to cry aloud, make a noise by outcry.
Mm-hmm.
In the New Testament, to trouble, frighten, to be troubled in mind, to be frightened, alarmed.
Kind of, hey, and Yahweh Shai said, or the scriptures say that we have not been given the spirit of fear, man.
Okay.
You know, so when all these things, because it says in Matthew 24 and 6, it says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, see that ye be not troubled." So don't be scared when we see these things. All right,
Mm-hmm.
for you brothers and you few sisters that are out there that are following in the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai, man, don't be scared and don't be afraid of the things that you're seeing happening around the four corners of the earth, man. All right. Don't be scared because last Yahweh Shai continues to say, he says, "For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." So these things are supposed to happen. They're supposed to happen. They're going to come, but the end is not yet. Why? Because there is still prophecy that needs to be fulfilled. All right. It's that plain and simple, man. All right.
Yeah, exactly. Because man, there's man, we still like the brother was saying earlier, man. We've been meditating on the time to come, but man, it's gonna be a time that nobody has ever seen before. So there's no really way to physically prepare for this place. You're just gonna have Yahweh Shemel Shai on your side in that day. There's nothing you can do physically, all right, that's gonna prepare you for what's coming. Nothing. And that's the reality of things. You gotta have the Lord with you. If not, then you're screwed. Um or yeah, you still have more on that, right?
I could get going. Want to go back to Ezekiel?
Okay, well, so like you hold that because I want to get a quick precept to go with what the brother just read.
Mhm.
I'm gonna just get straight to the point. Um Okay, let me go to straight to the point. This is Second Ezra 16 and 18. The beginning, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? You know, and that goes to show you that there's going to be a beginning of these things. We haven't. We really, when America starts to feel the nitty gritty of the Lord, the great judgment of the Lord, that's when we know we're in the beginning of it, man. When you see people start getting put to death in the streets with a baton over their head for not taking a chip, you best believe you ain't that like the apostle always said, man. You're not gonna have to ask, are we in that time? Are we in the time of Jacob's trouble? And you're gonna know, man, because people are gonna be laying in the streets. But that's why it's important to warn the people. That's why it's important to be a prophet. Because what? Just like Jeremiah, what did he do? He was warning the people. He was telling them, "Look, this is gonna happen. That's gonna happen." What they do to him? They was disrespecting him. They locked him up. Meanwhile, the false prophets were telling them, "Don't listen to this nigga. He's crazy. He's a demon. He don't know what he's talking about." Well, what happened? When Jerusalem got rolled through with the Babylonians, what they say to Jeremiah? They say, "Oh, we heard of you. You good to go." So the same thing that happened then is gonna happen now, man. The Lord's gonna be with us, man. The Babylonians ain't gonna hurt us. All right, you gotta have that faith. The Babylonians is gonna look at us like, "Oh, we heard of you, man. We heard of you. You the one that prophesied this. You the one that prophesied that." Meanwhile, your own people is disgruntled and hating you, man.
And real quick,
Go ahead, go ahead.
you you had talked about when you start to see these pains or these things start to happen, that's when you're really gonna know you're in it. This is a precept that the brother Quam had quoted earlier today when I was with the brother. This is First Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 3. It says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." All right, and we're living in exactly those times, man. All right, you're hearing all these things about, oh, don't worry, don't. There's no concerns about what's happening. Just go ahead and celebrate your July the 4th week. And all this and that. All right, but what? These pains are happening, man. These birth pains are happening around the whole four corners of the earth, man. All right, those birth pains are coming. All right, we're living in those days, man. We're living in the days of the end. All right, there's no doubt about that, man. All right, and it says at the end of it, it says, "And they shall not escape," and not one of you simple ass Negroes out there that think yourselves to be somebody. You're not gonna escape these pains, man. All right, you're gonna endure them. You're gonna endure them whether you like it or not, man. All right.
Yep.
I got, I got a
Kind
quick.
of, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 46, verse 10, declaring the end from the beginning.
Mm.
And
There it is. Declaring the end from the beginning. If that's not prophecy, I don't know what is, man. And did not what quote that again, Baba Shaw?
Isaiah 46, verse 10.
All right, Isaiah 46, verse 10. Who gave that? Who gave that to Isaiah? The Heavenly Father, right?
Lord,
Now what did John 17 say? That everything that was given unto him, he gave unto us. So that Lord's will we be those men. That would make us the servants of the Lord, the prophets, because the Lord only revealed his secrets unto the prophets, his servants, or his servants, his prophets. Yeah, go ahead, I'll start from the top, Abu Shah.
Isaiah 46, verse 10, declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, My counsel shall stand forever, and I will do all my pleasure. So it says, um, again, it says, and from the ancient times the things that are not yet done. Okay, so the end, which we're in right now, all right, it's been declared since the beginning of time. All right, being declared from the Heavenly Father, from His prophets of old, from up into Yahushua, up into us, up into our elders. that are up in age now. There are elders who some have passed away. All right, all the way up into us. The end has been declared from the very beginning, and we're reading the declaration when we read through, when we go through the scriptures. All right, that's showing us that okay, we're about to enter into the final stages of this. We're already in the final stages, but there's still more. That's the crazy thing about it. As wicked as this place may seem, you got actual transgenders out here. Back in the '90s, I wouldn't have thought to see something like that. Like that's legal. Like that's accepted. In the '90s when I was growing up, I wouldn't have thought to see that. But now that's an everyday thing. That's they celebrate it. This is clearly the end. Okay, and this has been talked about since the beginning of time. And it
Yep.
says, "My counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure." So the Lord's it says the Lord's counsel is going to stand, which lies with what the men of the Lord, the prophets. Okay, and the Lord's going to do all His pleasure, and His pleasure it has, it entails of destroying this place and saving His elect. You got it.
Yeah, kind of, brother. I mean, you said it all. Keep going. Keep reading, brother.
God, I'll go back. Well, that was the end of
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah,
verse.
yeah. Go back to that where you were holding.
Ezekiel chapter 3, verse. I'm gonna go down to 18
Well,
to
start
the
17 again. Baba Shah.
I. It says, "Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth, and give them a warning from me."
And there you go. That give them warning from me. That's where we get the prophecies from the Lord. It's not what we think or what we believe is going to happen to pass. The Lord said, I have made you a watchman unto the house of Israel. Give them warning from me. We don't make up these prophecies. Yo, the scriptures talk about nuclear missiles. The scriptures talk about Babylon the Great being destroyed, which is America. The scripture talk about Russia. The scripture talk about Iran. All right, the Persians. The scriptures talk about Esau, Edom. The scriptures talk about the Israelites. Come on, man. These are the prophecies we speak about. The words that were given unto us from the Lord. Go ahead.
Right. When I say unto the wicked, "Thou shalt surely die," and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way to save his life.
And this ain't talking about Esau. All right. We can't. There ain't nothing we can tell Esau that's gonna save his life. All right. The wicked is talking about 2/3 of our people. If you want to read that again, make sure people, there's low comprehension skill amongst Israel. So read it again, Baba Shah.
Ezekiel 3 and 18. When I say unto the wicked, "Thou shalt surely die," and thou giveth him not warning, nor speaketh to warn the wicked from his wicked ways to save his life.
To
Okay,
save
because
his life. That's the key. Go ahead.
yeah, because what this is the same thing that happened to brothers right here on this live stream. All right, we were warned from men to turn away from our wicked ways. Okay, and we heeded to that. So reading on, it says the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. All right,
So the
because
Lord.
what you
Go
didn't
ahead.
give
Go
him
ahead.
warning.
You got
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you, but he said that man's gonna die because he's wicked. He didn't want to heed to the Lord in his ways. However, he wasn't warned. So yeah, he's gonna die because he was wicked. But however, you're gonna die too because you knew that he was doing wrong, but you didn't say anything to that man. You just let him go about in his wickedness. When you know that that's wrong, he didn't know what he was doing was wrong. So yeah, he still had to receive a judgment. However, you saw him going off and you didn't even give him a warning. That's actually kind of fucked up, you know. And the Lord sees that as fucked up because that's a man of your nation, and you didn't even consider to warn him and give him the jewels. You know, you could have let him know like, hey man, I know you're an Israelite, but what you're doing right there, the Lord don't like that. You bring up the precept to break it down to him. Now, if you know, in that case, if he listens to you, then he's saved. Good. But if he doesn't listen to you, then that's on him. Now, if you read on now to verse 19, it says, "Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity." So he's still going to die, okay? Because whether he got a warning or not, he was still wicked. In this case, he got the warning. So it says, "The same man shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul." So you covered your own ass because you did what the Lord asked you to do, which was what? To speak unto the children of Israel. All right. How's that go? Um, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show
Yeah,
that people that transgression. You were showing them their transgressions. The Lord told you to show the people of Israel their transgressions, the house of Jacob their sins. So you did what the Lord asked you to do. So the Lord's going to what? He's going to spare your life because you
yeah.
being a prophet, you being a good servant. Go ahead.
If I may add real quick, that's part of prophecy too. Not so much the part of you know. Oh yeah, because you're telling them their judgment. Because you got there's a cause and effect. The us telling them the prophecies. Hey, America's gonna be destroyed. This and that. All right, that's the effect. You got to tell them the cause though. Why are you
Yeah.
gonna get destroyed? That's why I said to spare them not. Cry aloud.
I got
Warn
the
the
scripture
wicked,
right
like the
here.
brother just read, because that's their judgment. They got to know why they're getting their judgment. That's why the Lord is a just power. Because we telling them, look, you're wicked, whoop de whoop, whatever. That's you. Because the Lord's a just power, man. Just like He judges you, He judges me, He judges everybody, man. Well, hey, the Lord will judge you. You might not know it at the time, but then eventually it'll come to you. It'll be manifested to you why you got judged. So you can't say, "Shit, I never knew why I got this and that judgment." Well, shit, you weren't paying attention. I mean,
Con,
to bug out there, they may never know. But for a man of the Lord, you should, if we're watching for the signs of times, you should be watching for the signs of the Lord as well, directly to you, telling you why you getting jacked up, man, why you got laid up on the street or whatever the case may be.
Real quick, I have that scripture in Isaiah. This is Isaiah chapter 58, verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins.
Yep.
con, bro.
If you,
Oh,
real quick, if you go into that word, I believe is the word command. But brother, want to check it real quick just to make sure. I could be mistaken. Oh no, the word precept. Look up the word precept, and it means command. So the precepts are commandments as well, man. So when the Lord said this, and then the apostles and Paul, Apostle Paul said these things, those are precepts which are commandments. That's why Paul said these things I write unto you are commandment. Roughly paraphrasing. And then that's why the brother just read that again, Isaiah 58, or yeah, read that again.
Come give me 1 second. Isaiah 58 and 1, it says, Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sin. And I
So
got that word precept.
well, real quick, sin is the transgression of the law. The law is not 10 commandments, all right? It's what is over 613, I believe.
mm-hmm.
Then get that word real quick.
That word for precept is pa pakwa rayam pakwayai
Polarium.
pakwarium, and
Okay.
it says commandment, precept, or statute.
Commandment or statute. There you go. So a precept, you say, let me get this precept. You're pretty much saying, let me get that commandment. That's why, you know what I'm saying? That's why Paul said, hey, what I write unto you is a commandment, man. Because he's saying, look, I'm giving you these precepts. But that's a commandment. That's a statute. You know what I'm saying? Just wanted to add that in there. Go ahead, Akim.
Real quick, because the brother read that, show that people their transgressions, house of Jacob their sins, and you quoted it earlier, Ash. You said that the house of Israel, man, they're a bunch of hard headed, stubborn, you know, they're the worst of the worst, man. And really, they don't look to us very kindly. I'll say it like that. Our people, when they see the
You
Israelites,
don't
when they see
like
the
you
people on
kind
the
of.
highways, they don't like us, bro. They don't like us at all. And I want to bring this out real quick. Do I still have it here? Book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 10. It says, "They hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly." All right. And the one that speaks in the gates really means the opening of the city. All right. So that's basically the chief place of conquest where you see Jacob, where you see the Israelites at all nations. But you see the brothers, the prophets are out there, and we're out there what rebuking in the gate. So if people were walking up and down, passing by, and then you got the prophets out there, basically rebuking the public, like, yo, this place is going off, man. Look, you got gays over here, you got, Christian churches over here, Catholic churches, you got, abominations over here. We rebuking in the gate, and nobody likes when they get rebuked. Okay, so you got people walking by and they walk by the prophet. They're trying to have a nice dinner out with their wife or whatever, the wife and kids, and they come across the prophet. They basically getting cussed out. They're getting broken down. They're like, man, and they might want to talk shit about us, or they might want to just abhor us, avoid us. All right, because we speak uprightly. We're showing them their sins. We're showing the house of Jacob their sins. Like, yo, man, you going off. You buying that damn seafood, over there, that shrimp, that Sushi Inc. we used to be by over there.
Yeah.
These are hate over there, bro. Because all they used to do is eat abominations. And we used to bring that out a lot, right out there. And they eating it right there. Jake eat right there, right by the prophet, right there. And we telling him right straight to the back of his head, man. Yo, you going off, Jake? That must suck. It's like, man, these dudes, man. I was just trying to have a good night with my wife. But yeah, we're gonna tell you, we're gonna show you your sins. We're gonna show you your transgressions, because what the Lord is, from what it appears, He has made us watchmen. Hey, we know the prophecies. We understand them through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, down to our elders who've taught us. So we understand these prophecies. It'll be very selfish for us to hold on to this. All right, put it on a bushel, a candle on a bushel. That'll be fucked up, bro. Like, all this knowledge, you're not even telling no one about it. That's what a lot of these Jake out here that say they know a thing or two. You go to their page, their channel, ain't got nothing on it. It's a ghost town.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I think the brothers wanted to say something, I believe. No? Okay.
I got
Yeah,
a precept.
I'm holding precepts. But
Go ahead, brothers. Go ahead.
go ahead.
All right. This is Sirach chapter 39 and verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecies.
Yeah, man, we'd be occupied in prophecies, bro. Wait, read that again, brother.
Yeah, this is Sirach chapter 39 and verse 1. He that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof.
So it says, he that giveth his mind to the Most High, and you're occupied in the meditation thereof. So you're basically meditating and focusing on righteousness, pleasing the Lord. You're focusing on the future too. You're focusing on the kingdom of heaven. That's really what the goal is, okay? And there's only one way to get to it. You have to stay on that straight path, man. That path of difficulty. Go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna continue. Will seek out the wisdom of the ancient and be occupied in prophecies.
Yeah, you seek out the wisdom of the ancients, man. All right, our forefathers. Okay, the wisdom of the Most High, the Ancient of Days. Okay, you seek that out. You do everything in your power to find out what that is, what those secrets are. Man, you come on. You just living. Go to work, come home, watch TV, go do the same shit every day though. You're not seeking out the wisdom of the ancients. Like, come on, bro. There's something more to this life than just existing. We're not even existing. We ain't this ain't living. There's something more to this life than that. You got to be seeking out the truth of our existence, man. And it's actually written in a book, the same book that's on your grandmother's coffee counter, man. You pick that sucker up and you have a true understanding. Well, guess what, man? You seek out the wisdom of the ancients, and now what do you now? You're gonna read the commandments. You can be like, oh, I need to tell people this, and what you gotta be occupied in prophecy. The Lord wants us to be occupied in prophecy. Or the elders tell us that continually. That's what we should be focusing on. All right, we just passed the year of prophecy a couple of years ago. This is always the year of prophecy. Every day is the day of prophecy. We prophesy. That's what we're supposed to do. Talk about the downfall of the wicked kingdom, the downfall of the wicked, and the rise of the righteous. Okay. And you want to speak on that real quick? It's not. I got another precept.
Yeah, Khan, just if I may, a thought. That's why scriptures say wisdom, knowledge, and understanding shall be the stability of thy time. Seeking out the wisdom of the ancients. Like you were saying about the prophets before us. The prophet Daniel, Jeremiah, all these things that they written was for written for our learning, and for the
Mm.
use for the time that we're in now, because like I said in Daniel 12, these things were sealed unto the end. Now they're being revealed because it's that time for them to be in effect. And
Mhm.
another word for meditation you can say is precognition. Pre meaning before, and cognition meaning thought. Before thought. Always thinking and meditating on the stuff to come. Because the prophets have the foreknowledge of an event being the end of the world. And that's why we're rough around the edges, because we know what the time we're in, and that's why, once you're always occupied in these kind of things, that's why, again, when I quoted wisdom, knowledge, understanding, so that would be the spirit of that time, because we're in a different thought process than compared to the people of the world. That's why scriptures say, then shall they know who am I chosen.
Right.
Hey,
Different
kind of real
vibration.
quick. And that's beautiful that brother put it like that because you got to remember, Yahweh Shai, he knew what he was going to ultimately come into. And look, people hated him. He tried to conduct himself. He ain't break no laws. He tried to conduct himself, be peaceable with all men. He was our greatest example. And if people still hated him, he prophesied about what was going to come to 70 AD, what was going to come in the last days, all kind of things. And then people still hated him, man. He healed people. He made people blind people see. You know, did all kind of miracles, and people still hated him for it, man.
Hmm.
So how much more in these last days in this wicked information era when we start to saying things that come true? They're gonna be like, see, because now Esau got the technology to not Snapchat our voices or but Photoshop whatever
Yeah.
make us seem like we're saying one thing and really we're reading probably a Bible scripture, and then he'll make it seem Lord, who knows, man. So but so now it's easier for Esau to make us be hated because you got to remember the Edomites were the ones in rulership at that time as well, and what they do, they persecuted the what they call the Christians, okay, which were the Israelites following Yahushua Hamashiach. Now it's going to be even easier for them to do that, man. Nero expelled the Christians because they were saying, "Oh, they're causing a calamity. They're doing this and that, and they're burning down Rome." They were easily expelled for that. Now they got CNN, Fox News, all right, all this digital shit that make you look like you're saying something when you never actually said it. So we got to be cognitive of that, or like the brother said, what you say, precognitive.
Yeah.
We gotta be precognitive with ourselves, man. Not saying that that's gonna happen to every brother, but it's gonna happen to some brothers. Scripture tell you about some of us shall be cast into prison 10 days. Don't just think, prophesy to yourself thinking that it's gonna go scot free and then one day the chariots are gonna appear and you're gonna be out of here, man. Be realistic with yourself, man. You're gonna have to go through a lot. You know what I'm saying? Uh, because shit, we all got to be tried. Some more than others. Some brothers are gonna go through things that other brothers can't handle, and some brothers will go through things that other brothers can't handle. You know what I'm saying? But some brothers might have to die for this word. But there's a saying. It says, "Prepare for the worst, expect the best." I believe that's how it goes. Prepare for the worst, expect the best, man. So prepare for the worst, man. Prepare for you to be on that guillotine. Esau got you hemmed up. Who knows? Whatever.
Right.
And then, hey, the Lord will come and save you, man. Just like that movie, I believe it's Braveheart, where he's about to get executed, and he yells out a scream, man, a battle cry, pretty much. I remember watching that movie. I had did a video on it, but he was like free. He ended up screaming freedom, and that's how you got to be. At the guillotine coming down, they're counting down whatever the situation may be, man. You got to have that faith that you're gonna be delivered from that situation, and that's prophecy in itself as well.
I got a quick
Because
one here.
Yahweh Shai said there'll be some standing here that shall not taste of death to the kingdom of heaven. You know. Hey, the Lord said that He was going to deliver the 144,000. That's prophecy, man. These are the things we got to be pushing, man. Showing you what's leading up to the salvation of the elect, man. What's leading up to the destruction of America? You know, because that's what the prophets of old did. They prophesied. Matter of fact, Bible Shah, get Jeremiah 28 and 8 real quick. Salaki, Aria, I know you got a precept you want to bring out. But bring that out real quick because this is what the prophets did, man. They telling these people of what's to come, whether they like it or not. Nobody likes to hear that the place they live in is about to be destroyed. All right. But guess what? That's the prophet of the that's the job of the prophets, man. For doing it for no profit. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Jeremiah 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
That's right. So what? The prophets have always prophesied against great kingdoms, all right, great nations of war, pestilence, and the evil, and that's what we're doing today. To this very day, beginning with our elder apostles on down, all right. Beginning with them, they've been prophesying, saying America's gonna be destroyed. America's gonna be destroyed. Russia's gonna destroy the place. This is gonna happen. That's gonna happen. And so much that they have been saying since the 80s has been coming to pass. And now it's the baton, so to say, has been passed to us younger brothers, and now it's our turn to do the same thing that the apostles have been doing for decades, man. We got to say, hey, look, this place is going down, man. Whether they hear, whether they forbear, whether they like it, whether you lose friends, whether you lose your family, whether you lose your job, whatever the case may be. All right, this truth, this ministry, this prophecy comes before anything, man. Because we read earlier what's the prophecy of what happens when you don't want to will take heed to this, or if somebody rebuke you and you don't want to take heed, or if you put the plow down, all right, if you return to the vomit, you know what goes on there, man. You're gonna be part of the destroyed kingdom because you're nothing but a false prophet, and there was many false prophets in the previous generations we've been in, man. But what our job is to warn of what it said, war, pestilence, and evils, man. And that's exactly what we're doing, man. And we got so many ways here in 2019. We got so many ways to come at it because we got articles, we got YouTube, right? You even got the mainstream media, which they throw out a couple bones here and there, man. There's so much ways we can expose this kingdom, this wicked nation, all right, which is Esau, Edom, all right. That there's no excuse for not knowing what to do, man, or what kind of videos you if you can't make 3 videos a week, then you're not a prophet, man. You just, I mean, yeah, you go find your lot, man. It might not be a prophet, man. Not everybody the script talk about different lots, different gifts. That's another story though. But the point is that, hey, the prophets have prophesied of evils, all right. And what evils are coming to America, man? Race wars, straight chaos, all right. Civil war, famine, death, and destruction, man. That's what's coming to America, man. All right, great evils, pestilence. You got all this Ebola and measles, all that, man. That's all coming to America, man. This is the greatest kingdom ever to be established on this earth, man. The biggest, the greatest in the eyes of the wickedness, greatest kingdom ever, ever. You can literally come to America and do whatever the hell you want. No ifs, ands, buts about it, man. You can get a piece of paper that telling you that you believe you're a turtle, man, and then nobody can say nothing against you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the spirit of the Lord has all the prophets back in today, man. Whether they be in London or Africa, the majority of the prophets are here in America, man, condemning this wicked ass place. And guess what? When you condemn something, you prophesying. Like, look, the Lord gonna destroy you, man. You know and that's scary. And the people, so like not ran on, but the people of old understood what the lot of the prophets were, man. They understood the sincerity and the seriousness of when a prophet came around, man. Now they look at us like some a bunch of shoe shining niggas, man. You know, we just some niggas on the corners. Yeah, just shining boots up, man. But before they would shut the blinds and hide in their houses because they knew judgment was around the corner, man. Go ahead, Akia.
Okay, well, I had a scripture that about something you said earlier. Because we were talking about basically, we're gonna have to get, we're basically all gonna get tried out here. You know, we when we go into prophecy, we always go into for the most part, we go into the horrible things that are about to happen here. But the point is, if you in this thing, you have the faith and you believe in Yahweh Shem Yahshai, then it's really nothing for you to worry about. So I want to bring this out with the swiftness. This is Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus, in the Apocrypha, chapter 33, verse 1. There shall no evil happen unto him that feareth the Lord, but in temptation, even again, he will deliver him. So the Lord is going to deliver his men, all right, in the time of trouble that's about to come out here. And we consistently tell you about the time of trouble. We consistently tell you about the martial law, the famine, all right, the hyperinflation. These things are coming. And when they come out here, most people are gonna basically they're gonna go crazy. They're gonna die. They're gonna perish. Through the spirit. Brother Mayam sent out that thing. What's it called? How it all ends. Yeah, it came out. It came out last year, and brothers was listening to it and sharing it, and that's a real eye opener of what's about to happen here in America. The man breaks it down exactly how it's about to happen here in America, and the world is none. They have no idea. They have no idea. They're none the wiser. But us, the prophets, we break it down through the scriptures. And if I could, I want to start in the book of Second Esdras, in the Apocrypha chapter 15. I'll start at verse 1, and you can stop me whenever. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord." All right. And the Lord is putting the words of prophecy in the mouth of the prophets, obviously. That's why you see certain people on this earth that specifically go into prophecy. It's either faith or prophecy, or both. Okay, and they are in tandem. They work together. When brothers make videos, it usually is about prophecy or it's about building brothers' faith. Okay. Verse 2, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true, like this Bible is written in paper. Verse 3, fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. So the people don't believe, the Lord already has judgment set for them. They're going to die in their unfaithfulness. So they talk shit about the prophets, they talk shit about Great Millstone, they talk shit about the Bible, all right, whatever the case may be. Let them. Okay, because what you already gave them a warning. All right, you was on the highways and byways. They cursed you out. There's nothing you can say to that man. All right, don't worry about him. Let him talk shit. The Lord already got a judgment for him. The Lord said all the unfaithful is going to die in their unfaithfulness.
Yeah.
So good.
Kind of. Go ahead and finish up, brother, and we'll close out.
Verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. So the Lord said He's going to bring these things upon the world. Okay, not just the world of Israel. Okay, not you know just Esau. The Lord's going to bring that upon the planet Earth. Go ahead.
Yo, if I may say this too, man, and when we hear that, we're moved with fear, bro. You know, the Lord said, "I will bring plagues upon the earth," and it's like you sit and you read that. He's like, "Yo, did you hear what the Lord said He gonna bring?"
God.
But but to these people, it's like it don't they're not moved by that. You know what I mean? Like it's like it's not serious. Like because they don't believe, bro. That's plain and simple. Which is why the Lord is just gonna bring forth judgment, bro. That this is it, bro. The prophets are are about to be ready to the Lord's about to get ready to shut our mouth and and take us off the streets.
Yeah.
All right. And we're not gonna be out here for long, bro, because it's like, bro, like they like the scriptures say, man, they took advantage of the prophets, man. They, we've been out there trying to warn these people, and it's like, bro, they don't believe. When that brother just said, the Lord said, I will begin to bring plagues upon the earth. Like, we understand that and we believe that, like, yeah, the Lord's finna get ready to fuck some shit up, man.
Yeah.
And we like, damn, like, Lord's will, I'm found worthy. Lord's will, He have mercy on me. But when you read that, the 2/3 or 2/3 hear that, they're not moved by that, bro. They think it's like a fucking game, bro. That's why judgment has to go out, bro.
Yeah.
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 That's all I
Hey,
want to say, bro.
that's hey, like nothing new under the sun, man. Like referring back to the time of Jeremiah, man. I like that book, Jeremiah. Um, Jeremiah was saying the same thing, man, and it was beating him, snapping him up, saying, "Man, this nigga's he joking." They're going to the false prophets, and they want to laugh about it and everything. But what happened when Jeremiah he prophesied? He said, "Look, this place is gonna be run through by by Babylon." And he specifically gave a prophecy unto to the king and to the princes, man. He said, "Look, y'all gonna go into captivity, and your eyes are gonna be plucked out. Your kids are going into captivity. So, hey, man, hey, the Lord always deal with His prophets, man. No matter if you think it's a game, or if you want to scoff at it, or you want to say anything about the prophets of the Lord, it don't matter, man, because hey, it doesn't make the words of the Lord null and void, man. That's why
Con.
Romans 3:3 is set up, man. So what if you don't believe? You don't have to believe, man. You believing is not a requirement for the Lord to bring His prophecies to pass.
That's right. That's
And that's
right.
why he sent his prophets to tell you about it, whether you hear or forbear, man.
That's why it says all the unfaithful shall die in the unfaithfulness. So don't worry about what they say. They ain't gonna make it. You know. And I'm gonna read verse 5 again. I'm gonna read on down a little bit more, and we'll shut it down.
Yeah.
Second Ezra 15:5. It says, "Behold, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction." Like the brother Kanakala just said, those are nothing that you want nothing a part of. It don't matter if we want a part of it or not. We're gonna have to take part of it. Okay, right? We don't have a word. We don't have a choice. We live in the world, the same world that's talking about in this scripture. We live there, so we have to take part in this thing. Okay, but the difference is that the Lord is gonna have our backs, Lord willing. I personally have faith that the Lord got our backs. Okay, otherwise I wouldn't be doing this, and none of us would be doing this if we didn't have faith that the Lord had our backs. Verse 6: For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. So this place is exceedingly wicked. It's polluted the whole planet Earth, and it has to be purged out. You have something to say, Kanakla?
No, the brother was saying, he was saying to me, like, hey, Yahweh came in the flesh, bro, and they didn't believe. The Son of the Most High came in the flesh, and they didn't believe Him. They wasn't moved by fear through Him. What more of us, bro? This man was, Yahweh said, if you don't believe on me, believe in the works that I do. Yahweh was performing miracles.
And
It
they
was
still
clear.
didn't believe.
Yeah,
They
like it was
still didn't
clear
believe.
evidence that he was a son of the Most High, bro. Like, and them niggas didn't believe. What more of us, bro? Like,
Yeah.
Straight
like, come on.
Yeah, and it's
And,
those
that, and,
same.
that,
It's the
and
same
real
generation.
quick, that's why he said if they had believed on you, they had believed on me. Because
kind.
we're coming in His stead. We're saying His words. We're
Kind.
not making this up, man. We're telling you what the Lord said 2,000 years ago, man.
It's all we doing, bro. But you said my Akala?
No, I was just saying that it's the same that same wicked generation coming back again and again and again. The Most High is
Recycle.
doing wonderful, beautiful things, and they still don't get it. Like they will never get it.
Bro, that's why you gotta laugh at that sometimes, man. It's fear, of course, but you gotta laugh like, man, the Lord really have mercy on my black ass, man. I could have been out there like them cats, bro. I could have been out there just in the world, bro. Just not caring, bro. Yo, but call Allah Yabashim Yashai. I'm gonna read on a little bit more. Uh,
Real,
go ahead, bro.
real quick. I was just gonna say, the reason why these people ain't gonna get it is because the Most High rejected them.
Yeah.
Hosea chapter 4 verse 6, Proverbs chapter 1, starting on verse 21, if I'm not mistaken, on down. You know, these
Yep,
people
yep.
rejected the Most High, so the Most High rejected them.
Rejected
You
their
know,
black ass. See, yeah. You see that, and it's good. Someone has to get rejected, and someone has to get accepted. You know, so I'm gonna do. You know, we're gonna do everything in our power to be on the accepted side. You
yeah,
know,
because Sirach chapter 2 says that acceptable men are tried in the furnace of adversity. So there's obviously, like brothers just said, there's certain men that are accepted. You know, and those are the men that are tried in the furnace of adversity. You know.
we're being tried right now. At least we understand that we're being tried. That's another thing. The world doesn't understand that they're being tried, and that's why they're continually getting burned out there. But they're not getting refined. You know, brothers are getting refined through the spirit. You know, we're still dirty and disgusting, but we're still here. We endure the fire. We endure the fire. We're
Yeah,
alive.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Nah, go ahead, brother. Go ahead and close it out. I know the brother's short on the battery, so.
All right, yeah, I'm almost done here. Verse 7, 2 Corinthians 15:7. Therefore saith the Lord Yahweh, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me. The souls of the just complain continually. One more verse. And therefore, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them.
And that's
Okay.
prophecy right there, boy. That's prophecy because the Lord got to avenge that blood, and it hasn't happened yet.
Mm-mm. Yeah, brothers are still here. We're still working, you know. And whether you believe that we're those righteous and just men, you know, you don't gotta believe it. Hey, we believe that we are those men. Otherwise, we would have stopped doing this forever ago. Okay, so we're gonna see, you know, who's what, what's who, whatever the case is. Even if I'm not part of that number, you know, this place has to go. This place is completely wicked. If I have to die with this place, if the Lord sees it fit that I got to die with this place, then so be it. Because guess what? This place is wicked. It has to go regardless. For righteousness to ever be able to reign supreme, this place has to be destroyed. And it's not going to be by us. We're not going to lift a finger and do anything. It's going to be by the one that you call God. All right. He's going to send his son, the one that you call Jesus Christ. Okay. And he's going to do the destruction. All right. But he's also going to lift up his men too. All right. But that's another lesson right there. All right. But anybody got anything else to say? Add on to that?
Not really, brother.
So pretty much in closing statement, just brothers be cognitive of the prophecies, man. Pay attention to what's going on, man. And you ain't got watching videos all day long. That's cool. We're watching brothers videos all day long, but watch news, man. That's where which I don't even think we brought it out. Second Ezra's 9, we didn't bring it out. I don't think, but nonetheless, it's going to say measure the time diligently. And so, how the hell you gonna measure the time if you don't know what the hell is going on around the world? You waiting for another man to tell you? Go do some damn research. Find out yourself what's going on, man. Because if you don't want to do that, you just another dumbass American, man. Go look up some articles. Read. All right. Read. Go watch some clips of some news. All right. I mean, don't take it all to heart. Pick out the meat from the bones. But there's many alternative news sites. There's regular CNN, Fox News. And don't say, "Oh, that's Fox News. I'm not gonna watch it." Well, you're a fucking idiot, man.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want to watch CNN. This is a bunch of bullshit. Well, you're an idiot, man. You don't
All
have the
bullshit.
spiritual discernment to pick out the meat from the bones. Then just sit at home all day in your closet, man. But we got us as prophets of the Lord and seers. We have to watch. That's what makes you a watchman. Watching. And what are you watching if you're just watching brothers' videos all day? I mean, you just want other men to do the work for you at the end of the day. Go get some news yourself, man. Bring something to the table, man. Get an article or a newsreel that has some kind of meat behind it, and bring it to the table, man.
Yeah, help out. You know, you got brothers putting their heart and soul and their blood, sweat, and tears into this thing, and a lot of cats out there just watching. You know, not doing nothing, bro.
Yeah,
That's
just
why we read this. That's why I
coming
read
up,
these three. Yeah,
nigga,
God, you read
nigga, son.
yeah,
Yeah, his thumb so sore he can't even put that bitch down no more.
That's why we brought out Ezekiel 3. We brought Ezekiel 3 for you because we
What you
warning.
say, Ash?
They said that nigga he just stuck like this, bro. He got that cast on him.
That's
Oh,
all
bro,
you can do.
just thumbs up, man.
No, but real talk, if I could, real quick, that's why we brought out Ezekiel 3 because Ezekiel 3 basically says that, hey, you know all this, but you're not telling nobody. Well, guess what? That person's gonna die, and you're gonna die because you ain't saying nothing. So do it. You gotta do your part. You gotta figure out what your lot is in this thing, man. If you're not a prophet or a preacher, but you know the truth, then there's still work that you could be doing for the body. All right, and you can still push out prophecy, by sharing brothers' videos, by taking a newsreel that goes into prophecy, and putting it on the YouTube, man. Share that, man, because sometimes brothers don't catch everything, and if they just happen to catch your channel, hey, you just fed the sheep, you know, you know, do something for the Lord, bro, because this thing is about to get ugly out here, and the Lord's not gonna have any mercy lest you be part of the elect.
Yep.
The Lord's gonna just heads gonna be chopped off. It's gonna be crazy out here. Yeah, God is gonna do all that. God's gonna do a lot. He's gonna kill babies. All right, old, young, it don't matter, bro. People are gonna die, and it's all gonna be of the Lord. And we're
Yep.
trying to give you a fair warning. If you don't want to hear it, hey, we heard it, and we're doing what we're supposed to do.
Yeah. I mean, but pretty much said it all, man. So with that, we want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Kadash. Hey, you brothers, keep on keeping on, man. Just stay in the spirit. We almost out of here. And keep your eye on prophecy. Mawakla Babal. Shalom.